Good morning. That was a nice little spot last night. We had about 5 or 6 other hikers show up, and a couple of local deer that were out there through the evening as I was setting up, and then all night, and then all this morning, just kind of roaming around the area. So it's kind of cool. And today I think it's only like 26 miles, so we did a good job yesterday. I definitely like those distances, evened out a little bit better. And that'll position us to get into Seiad Valley, drop in there and resupply and stuff all tomorrow morning. You can hear a bunch of cows down in the valley down there. A good bit of hill climbing this morning, getting back out of the valley. And now making our way into the next valley. Here's Paradise Lake. It's a beautiful spot. There's room for tenting around here too. Ups and downs into the valleys, and bushwhacking. That's what this morning's all been about. We're done with this valley. We peek into the next one. We'll be kind of going uphill a little bit more for the next couple of miles and up on this ridge, and then kind of following the ridge back and down, and a massive descent all the way into Seiad Valley. It's like 22, 23 miles of descent coming up. It's just gorgeous out here. Every day is worth it. No trail is easy, but it's all worth it. We are almost to the high point, and then we'll start the long descent on down. There's looking back. Made it to the high point. All downhill from here. About 22.5 miles to Seiad Valley. 16.5 to camp for the night. Got a little grouse here. Here's the Buckhorn Spring. Water's about every 5 to 6 miles or so, so I'm going to fill up here. A little bit of fire damage through this area. Been a pretty good descent so far, not too rocky or anything. It's going to be the climb out of Seiad Valley tomorrow. That's going to be the tough, fun one. That profile looks really steep. There's been a lot of blowdowns today, maybe 50 or so that I've had to go over. Oh, it's just high enough where my feet don't touch the ground. Okay. And this is the trail right now. Just bushwhacking at this point. I feel like the last couple miles have been the worst maintained part of the entire trail. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of blowdowns that we've gone over in just a few miles, and terribly overgrown. Lots of bushwhacking. Got a nice flowing stream just right on trail. It's time to fill up, take a break. It's definitely hot today. This is Gritter Creek. We'll be following this for the next 7 miles, all the way to camp, crossing it several times on multiple bridges. It's just ridiculously hot out here right now. And we got a couple more miles to go. At least there's lots of water. This is the last bridge. The Gritter Creek campground is right on the other side. And it has definitely been one of the hottest days on trail. Over 100 degrees, extremely humid. See if we can get set up over here. Here I am set up at the campground. Nice little spots with picnic tables and stuff. Toilet facilities just up there. I don't see anyone else around, so I think I'm all alone for now. There's definitely going to be a couple of other through hikers trickling in. But it's only like 5 o'clock, so this is my usual get into camp time. So now I'm not as rushed as I was like yesterday. We'll get dinner started and stuff here in a little bit. I got dinner cooked up, and we survived another day of hiking. Tomorrow, getting up, I think it's about 6.5 miles, and I think it's all a road walk into town. And I'll have to do some more research to see if there's a cafe that might be open. We might be able to get breakfast, but I'm looking just to get in there real quick, get the resupply done for the next 2.5 days, and then get out of there. Because it's probably going to be a really hot day like it was today. And there's going to be a really big, hot climb coming out of Seiad Valley. So we'll get to see all that tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Fine night last night. It's pretty warm. Didn't start cooling off until like midnight or something. But temperature's good right now. For the next couple of hours till it starts warming up. I think it's going to be hot today. But we're doing a 6.5 mile road walk up a dirt road all the way to Seiad Valley. The road's kind of an uneven, rocky, gravelly, not so fun to walk on. This is going to be a kind of a boring morning, I think. Bunch of turkeys on the side of the road right here. That's the Klamath River down there. We'll be crossing that eventually. A couple more miles. So I saw this 1,000-mile marker on the side of the road, and it was confusing me for a minute until I realized we have 1,000 miles left on trail. Awesome. More wild turkeys. There's our bridge crossing. Joining Highway 96. A little bit further. Now on the bridge over the Klamath River. Here's our resupply store. We're making our way out of town, getting back in the woods. We got the resupply complete. We got a little snack at the cafe, got our breakfast, a little bit more of a road walk, and then we start climbing up, back up into the mountains. This is supposed to be one of the biggest, steepest climbs of the whole trail. Getting back into the woods. Now we got 8.5 miles of steep uphill. So far, our climb's not any steeper than any other steep climb we've done. Maybe just because it's so long of an uphill. But also, high today is 106, and it's really, really humid. It's probably around high 80s, maybe 90 degrees, and I'm already sweating like crazy. First water source on the way up. It's right on the trail. I think there's water every 4 to 5 miles or so, so that's not too bad. This climb is not that bad. It's not even a 45-degree uphill. We've had way, way worse. I hate being lied to all the time. There's so many misconceptions about all these different parts of the trail, and then you get all worried about it. It's like, oh, the climb out of Seiad Valley, it's one of the worst ones. This is easy. It's just that it's 106 degrees outside. That's the only problem. Of all the long, steep uphill climbs we've had, this is probably the easiest. There's no roots, no rocks. Terrain is soft. Uphill isn't too bad. Gentle grade. It's not overgrown with bushes. And there's no blowdowns. the difficulty of this climb has been blown way out of proportion. There's a good view back towards Seiad Valley and the Klamath River. Now it's getting steep for a bit. Very rocky. And now we're at a 45+ degree angle. Yeah, now it's getting difficult. It's overgrown, it's rocky, 45 degrees uphill, and there's blowdowns in the way. Now I'm getting slowed down. But the first 5 miles were easy. Yeah, now we're talking. 60 degree uphill, 106 degrees, severe bushwhacking, a couple of blowdowns. This is the hard part. Oh, I'm taking a break. I'm at Lookout Spring. It's coming out of a little hose at a decent flow rate. And I just had a nice little trail shower. It's really hot up here. It's nice to just get some cold water splashed all over you. I'm gonna chill here for a bit and then we'll keep going. We just got not too much more uphill. And then once we're up at the top, I think it does, bounces up and down just a little bit, but not as steep and as of a grind as we had. But again, the first couple miles were easy. It's just the last couple miles of this climb that was the tough part. Well, I think at this point we're pretty much done with the big uphill out of Seiad Valley. So the first 5 miles was easy, took 2 hours. Last 3 miles, hard, took 3 hours. And now the next 4 miles is going to be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then the last 2.5 miles is all downhill to our camp. Here's what some of the up-downs look like. Dipping in this little bowl of a valley rim here. And then going up and around the other side. We're in the final descent. 2.5 miles to camp. We're about a mile to camp. There's the road. Comes all the way up from Seiad Valley, all the way up here to the pass. And where the trail meets the road, that's about, I think, where our camp is going to be at. Somewhere just up there. Well, we just made it down to where the road crosses and the camp and stuff is at. And we got a little trail magic here. So I just wanted to say thank you real quick to the gentleman who's putting it on for us. So
Ramble.
Cool, thanks again.
I was a hiker and I had to get off, and so I did this instead.
Yeah, this is great. Like any type of trail magic is such a cool surprise. So.
Well, you missed most of it, but there was a beer.
Yeah, I'll definitely grab something from you.
There might be a beer.
Here's where I'm set up at. Just got my dinner all cooked up. Was hanging out over with the trail magic. Those guys have been here for the last couple days and they're just packing up and heading out. We must have had 10 or so hikers here. It's a good little group. We were chilling and chatting. Everybody else pushed on, so I'm gonna be here by myself, I think. So I think that's gonna do us for today. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I wouldn't be surprised if, maybe 1 or 2 more people trickle in late, but it's already getting there to the nighttime hours. So thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.